Investment's impact risk may arise from three sources: investee level operations, investor level operations, and system level operations. Check out my earlier video where I discussed each of these sources of impact risk. Today's talk will focus on impact risk arising from system level operations. Impact investment projects may fail to achieve the expected positive impact or may create a negative impact due to the substandard operations of the broader investment ecosystem or irresponsible actions of system actors such as peer investors, intermediaries, and local and national governments. My research identifies four major control mechanisms that leading impact investing firms use to address the impact risk that may arise from system level operations. The system level, impact investors adopt input control mechanisms to manage resources such as financial and human resources that flow into the impact investment market. One example of input control mechanisms is crowding in capital flow in targeted sectors in the impact investing market. Impact investors recognize that solving a specific pressing social problem will require a concerted effort from both portfolio and non-portfolio companies operating in the specific sector. However, if the focal sector significantly lacks capital supply, it can undermine the sector's ability to effectively address the focal social problem, thus giving rise to impact risk. To address this issue, impact investors influence various system actors to increase capital supply in their preferred sectors in the impact investing market. Take the example of Water.org, a US-based firm that empowers people living in poverty with access to safe water and sanitation through affordable financing. As an international organization, it aspires to change 60 million lives with access to safe water and sanitation in a short period of time. However, Water.org recognizes that it may not achieve its impact goal if capital supply in the global water and sanitation sector remains limited as it is currently. To address this issue, Water.org has undertaken several initiatives to ensure greater capital supply in the water and sanitation sector, thus increasing the chance of achieving its impact goal. For example, it works to highlight market opportunities for lenders in the water and sanitation space to maximize the level of financing flowing to the sector. Indeed, Water.org is actively collaborating with development finance institutions to develop and deploy targeted financial structures to de-risk upstream capital investment in the water and sanitation sector. Also, recently Water.org has partnered with IFC to launch a global credit enhancement facility, which is a market-based master portfolio loan guarantee program designed to encourage commercial banks to increase the availability of water and sanitation loans. The second control mechanism is capability building support to investment intermediaries. Many impact investors deploy their capital to final investee companies such as social enterprises via impact investment intermediaries, who are also known as fund managers or asset managers. However, if the investment intermediaries are not competent and skilled enough to operate impact investment projects effectively, the projects would run the risk of failing to achieve the expected positive impact or may create a negative impact. Recognizing the importance of competent and skilled intermediaries for achieving their impact goals, a few leading impact investors are actively working to develop a strong intermediary infrastructure. As Big Society Capital, a UK-based impact investing firm, notes, with over 75% of our investment to date into first-time managers, teams, or projects, helping to build effective intermediaries has been particularly important for us. As a result, beyond capital and close engagement throughout the investment and portfolio management process, Big Society Capital has been providing a range of one-on-one and group capacity building support to fund managers and intermediaries. For example, Big Society Capital has launched Aspire and Inspire leadership programs, which are customized one-year programs to develop individual and team leadership capacity across the intermediary and fund managers landscape. Impact investors also adopt behavior control mechanisms at the system level. A prominent example is the advocacy and policy work, through which investors attempt to influence system actors to make a positive change in market rules and regulations. Investors recognize that policy-related deficiencies in the current impact investing market including insufficient regulations to protect investees or beneficiaries, could harm vulnerable investees and beneficiaries, thus raising negative impact risk. To control this risk, investors undertake advocacy and policy related work to better address the policy related deficiencies in the market. Take the example of community investment management, a US based impact investment manager that provides affordable financing for small businesses, especially in historically underserved communities. It observed that in small business lending, there are fewer regulations and consumer protections in place for financial products, which give rise to harmful and unregulated products that threaten the livelihoods of small business owners and their employees across the country. In an effort to promote borrower friendly products for the small businesses, Community Investment Management worked with the Responsible Business Lending Coalition to co author and develop a set of responsible practices and codified behavior within the fintech lending, which is known as the Small Business Borrowers Bill of Rights. Community investment management's advocacy and policy work aimed at driving widespread change and ensuring fair borrower protections across the broader fintech industry, not just its own investees. Like investors also adopt output control mechanisms at the system level. A major example of such control mechanisms is developing a harmonized impact measurement system, where investors attempt to ensure a comparable and consistent approach in evaluating investments' impact in the impact investing market. The lack of a harmonized impact measurement system in the impact investing market could generate misleading impact results, thus increasing the risk of achieving false positive or false negative impact results. To address this risk, investors undertake activities to harmonize impact measurement, indicators, and reporting in the market. For example, a large number of impact investing firms such as FMO, Calvert Impact Capital, IDB Invest, and others are working collaboratively with researchers and advisors around the world to the ongoing development of harmonized impact measurement systems, namely Impact Reporting and Investment Standards IRIS Plus. While harmonization would lead to consistency in impact measurement, it may lead to the exclusion of idiosyncratic impact. Therefore, impact investors need to use their experience and judgment to develop bespoke metrics to measure relevant impact dimensions that cannot be adequately measured via a harmonized measurement system. Overall, these four control mechanisms provide impact investors with valuable tools to control impact risk that may arise from the system level operation. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.